Hello dear students, in our previous class we discussed the tabular column related to the coefficients of the pair of linear equations. What do you mean by tabular column? In the tabular column we just compared their coefficients and we are come across their real interpretations regarding graphic and as well as algebraic, that is graphical method and as well as algebraic method. Today, based upon our previous class, today I am going to discuss the exercise problems. Let me see. Exercise 3.2. Your problems are exercise 3.2, in which the first one given like this through your textbook. Form the pair of linear equations in the following problems and find their solutions graphically. They ask graphically. So that what is the first question? So means here is some situations are given. First 10 students of class 10th, consider that 10 students are there, 10 took part in a mathematics quiz. If the number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys, find the number of boys and girls. Find the number of boys and girls who took part in the quiz. Means here both boys and girls are there, in which totally 10 students for mathematics quiz they participated. So here they given one clue, means statement that number of girls are more than the number of boys by 4. So that we can convert the algebraic form. The second one given here, 5 pencils and 7 pens together cost rupees 50 rupees. Whereas 7 pencils and 5 pens, consider it is 5 pens. Okay. So here it is 5 pens together cost rupees 46. Find the cost of one pencil and that of one pen. So this is our today's problem. We have to go discuss. Okay. Now let us see their solutions. Now let us consider the solutions of the first one. Yes, here first they consider their algebraic conversion. Means statement is given, situation is given, we have to convert this into algebraic method. So how to write the algebraic? They given let the number of girls be x. Consider number of girls be x or small x. You can consider any one. Okay. And whereas the number of boys be y. Take here x and y. Now take the according to the question, if the number of girls is means the totally. So altogether how much? Altogether means x plus y. In a class totally 10 students participated in a quiz. That is why altogether means here all totally x means girls, y means boys, altogether equal to 10. So consider this is algebraic equation number 1. Now according to the question, okay, according to the question, number of girls are more, means number of girls is more than the boys by 4. So that is why you should write this one as x minus y is equal to 4 for it as equation number 2. Consider here equation number 1 and as well as 2. I converted this statement into algebraic method. Okay, so this is algebraic. So now I would like to represent these equations on geometrical form. So consider their equations now. Equation number 1 and equation number 2. From which we can consider from first one. Okay, from 1. X plus y, it is equal to 10. So in order to finding the values of x and y, we have to plot the graph. Okay, several points like x and y. That point should be plotted on a planar graph paper. So use your own graph sheets also. So here I would like to show some graphical representation through this blackboard. Okay, x plus y is equal to 10. So in which put some certain values. Consider the x value. So of course this equation, suppose you want to consider x If you consider y only, then it will what happen? 10 minus x. This equation become this. Why it is? In order to find any one value, if one value is substituted like this, consider the tabular column like this. Okay, in which I want to take some values. Okay, consider any positive, negative integers. Consider 3. Okay, or negative also. Okay, 3. What happened here? If x equal to 3, then y is equal to what happened? 10 minus 3 is equal to what? 7. In the same way, take number next. So I will take smallest numbers. Okay. Otherwise, we take any even number, odd number, positive, negative. Okay, 4. So in order to satisfy this equation, whatever the x values are given, we have to substitute these values in this equation. You will get a y value. So that is. So y is equal to x is equal to 4. Then what happened? 10 minus x means 4. It becomes 6 because 10 minus 4. So that is why 6. Similarly, 5. So take 5. It become what? 5 it is because 10 minus 5 is 5. So that is. Take one more 6. Okay. 6 means 6. 10 minus 6 means 4. Like this goes on increasing. Okay. Here values comes like this. That is 10 minus 6. From using this first equation, just I convert this equation as in terms of y. Just I taking the values of x and substitute the values of x in this equation, I get y value. So that your x and y coordinate points are ready to plot on a graph. Now take another one. Okay. So that is what second equation. Convert. Already it is converted in algebraic form. So let them take columns also. Now the second equation. X minus now from 2 now into okay equation number 2 this one. So that is x minus y is equal to 4. Here also you can take any one value. Suppose you want to put value of x, automatically you get y. Otherwise suppose you can substitute the values of y, so then you can take the x value. So that is why minus y is equal to minus 4. Okay. X minus y is equal to 4, minus y is equal to minus 4 minus x. In order to eliminating the negative sign, we have to divide it by negative sign. What happened? Y it is equal to, because it is 4 plus x, it becomes 4 plus x. Now consider the tabular column like x and y. Okay. Take the same values. What happened? Suppose if you change the value, automatically change. Okay, put there some values of x like this. Same values are available. Okay, in order to compare the equations also. Suppose you want take other than these values you can take. Okay, values are substituted. Now here x minus y is already it is 4 now. Here it is already 4. So 4 minus x. So it becomes 4. X minus 4 it is x minus 4 because 4 is positive here. So that is why it is positive. Minus y because on transposing x to this side it becomes minus x. So in order to avoid this negative sign of the first variable, just now I divide it by negative sign, then automatically this becomes negative and this becomes positive. That is the equation of what happened? X minus 4 it is. X minus 4. Okay. Next, take and substitute the value. For example, you already took the values of 3 minus 4. What happened here? 3 minus 4 means 1. So your value is minus 1. Take y. If 4 minus 4. What happened here? 4 minus 4, 0. Here it is 0. Consider the 0. Next, 5. 5 means y is equal to 5 minus 4. So it is equal to minus 1. Look here, minus 1. And here y is equal to 6 minus 4. Okay, here 1 plus 1 it is because 5 minus 4 it is. Here it is not negative first. So here it is 2. Means here it is plus and here it is minus. Look over here. All signs are correct? Yes. After converting this equation to this form, so you will get y is equal to x minus 4. So henceforth your y values comes under this. Okay. Now substituting these values, you will get minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2. In the same way, if you increase the number, here also values increases. Now take substitute these values: minus 1, 0, 1 means plus 1 and 2 and so simultaneously so many. Okay. Now take the graph. Okay. So instead of the graph sheet, I would like to take the board as a graph. Consider x and y axis. Okay, x and y axis in which now consider the first table column in which the equation is x plus y. First plot the graph of this equation x plus y is equal to 10. Then after x minus y is equal to 4. So how it appears? The coordinate points are like this 3, 7. First 3 to 7. So here is 3. Where is the 7? Here. Consider their vertical and horizontal lines are there. Imaginary. Okay. And look at here. Here. 4 to 6. 4 to 6. 4 to 6. It comes. Okay. Like this. 4 to 6. Next. 5 to 5. 5 and it is 5. Okay, 5 and 6 to 4. Here it comes 6 to 4 like this. It goes on like this. Now the points are like this. First one is 3, 7 coordinate points. Next one is 4, 6. Okay. Next one 5, 5. Next one 6, 4. Means these coordinate points represents x and y, x and y, x and y, etc. Now you try to join the line, okay, by using all these plotted points using scale. Okay. Suppose you want to extend it, you can extend it. Okay. Now look here, the graph of the first equation representing is line. Okay. The graph of the line appears like this in the planar graph. Okay. So now take the second tabular column in which x and y are coordinate points. Now consider 3. Here it is 3. Here minus 1, minus 2, okay, minus 3, minus 4, okay, etc. So for this, here 1 it is minus 1. So here it is 3, 3 to minus 1. It comes like this. Okay, 4 to 0, 4 to 0, 5 to 1. Here it is 5 to 1. Okay, and 6 to 2, 6 to 2. Okay, 6 to 2 like this. Okay, now try to join all these points. Consider it is the coordinate point is 3, minus 1 and it is 4, 0. Okay, and it is 5, 1 and it is 6, 2. Okay, now try to join all these lines. Yes, it seems to like this. Okay, of course one point is left out, plotted point. So here it is not an exact graph sheet, that is why it appears look like. In your graph book it appears exactly because here horizontal, vertical lines are comes, smaller divisions and larger units are comes, so there you can plot exactly. So that is why it appears like this. Just I shown graphically by rough. Okay, so the graphical representation of the two equations like this. One line is and another line is. So this is the equation of x plus y is equal to 10, and this is the equation of x minus y, it is equal to 4. So what it shows, where these lines means where these two lines are intersecting, then there the values appears like x and y, means the corresponding value of the x and corresponding value of the y. Here it is a rough figure, so that's why it seems to be different, but it comes 7. Here it is. Okay, yes, approximately it comes like 3 and something. Okay, here it comes 3. So now look here, it is 7 and it is 3. So this comes to be 7 and 3, otherwise 7 and 4 also, because suppose the line is simply exactly drawn by the using the graph paper, then it would be appear like this. Of course, here seems to be 7 and something points. Here it is not exactly 3, but in this graph it comes like a 7 and 3 also. In the same way, so consider by using the equations of the first one and the second one. Okay, first one and the second equation, we just draw the lines on a planar graph in which we find where the lines are intersected, there the values of the x and y. So that is 7 and 3 approximately. Okay, suppose you can go through your graph paper, you will get exact values at which the lines are intersected, so that the corresponding x value and corresponding y value gives us the value. So that is why, hence this is a intersecting lines, there is a unique solution, at least the values of x and y will be available. Through this graph we generally understood, so any situation can be converted into graphically by using this method. So your conclusion is, hence the given pair of given pair of equations, means linear equations, have a solutions at which the x and y value, y values represents, that is x equal to 7 and y is equal to how much? 3, of course. Okay, 7 plus 3 is 10, but they says 4 more than means number of girls are 7, number of boys are 3. So that is why this number of boys are less than the number of girls by 4. So that is why always the number of girls in this equation or question, number of girls are more than the number of boys by 4 members. So that is why their numbers are 7 and 3. So we need not worry about this intersection. This intersection shows us the lines intersected at any point, at one point, so that the line of equations have a solutions at which x and value we obtain. So this is our first solutions. Dear children, the same way, okay, what I just now I represented the graphical of this first problem. The same way we can represent the second one. What the question is, 5 pencils and 7 pens together cost is given. Means consider the x value, let pencil rate be x, consider, and the pen rate, okay, pen rate be y. So that what happens is the equation become like this. Okay, equation is 5x, okay, plus 7y, altogether is equal to how much rupees? 50 rupees. The same way the question, whereas 7 pencils, for example 7 pencils means pencil rate be x, so that is why 7 into x, plus 5 pens means 5y, it is equal to altogether what is the value? 5, 6. Consider these are the algebraic method, means representing this situational problem into algebraic method. So in which we have to solve by graphically. So through this equation you have to solve this one the same way of the first one. Okay. Now take the second. On comparing the exercise containing the second way, on comparing the ratios like a1 by a2, b1 by b2 and c1 by c2, find out whether the lines representing the following pair of linear equations intersect at a point or parallel or coincident. Means whether the given pair of linear equations are intersect at a point or parallel or coincident, that we have to find from this problem. Okay, so let us take one by one. Okay, now here solution for this. Okay, solution for the second, in which the first one. So here the given, once again I want to write 5x minus 4y plus 8 is equal to 0. So consider their coefficients. Here it is a1 and it is b1 and it is c1. Now take the second equation. It is like this: 7x plus 6y minus 9 is equal to 0. Consider their coefficients A2, B2 and C2. So from the pair of linear equations, okay, from the pair of linear equations, we take only their coefficients now. Because, for example, in our previous class we discussed one tabular column, okay, in which the serial number to last algebraic interpretation. So, in order to finding and as well as their geometrical meaning and as well as algebraic interpretation, we have to take their coefficients. For that purpose, so from the pair of linear equations, means these two are the equations. Consider it is 1 and it is 2. Consider the coefficients. Consider this, here take the values of coefficients. Okay, only coefficients. So, coefficients, here coefficients means A1 it is equal to 5, B1 it is equal to -4, C1 is equal to +8. The same way, A2 is equal to 7, B2 is equal to 6 and C2 is equal to -9. On comparing their ratios directly, means we have to write these coefficients in terms of ratio. Afterwards you can compare their ratio and finally you can got the result, that is geometrical and as well as algebraical. So that is how consider A1, the ratio is like this: A1, A2, comma B1, B2 and C1. What happened here? A1, A2, A1 by A2 means 5 by 7. So there is no simplification because there is no other reducible form, because it is already, these are the prime numbers 5 and 7. So there is no other factors or divisors. So that is why keep as it is. Now consider the B1 by B2. B1 by B2 minus 4 by 6 means you have to reduce again because we have some common factor. 2 2s are 2 3s are. That is why the values of the B1 by B2 is minus 2 by 3. Now consider C1 by C2. Consider their values C1 by C2. What happened? 8 by -9. So 8 by -9 or -8 by 9. So now compare. Okay. So just I consider their ratios. Now I would like to compare. So here A1 by A2 is equal to A2 by B1 by B2, B1 by B2. Consider. So here A1 by A2. Yes, A1 by A2. That is here it is 5 by 7. Okay, it is by. Otherwise, you can write one below the other. So 5 divided by 7. Okay, 5 divided by 7. Next one, here it is real part. Consider that it is -2 by 3, -2 by 3. Is it equal? Not equal. Means these first two ratios, not only this, you can take automatically the next one also. Okay, so for coincident, intersections and as well as parallel, should consider separate comparison of the ratios. So that is why I took first A1 by A2 and B1 by B2. Whether they are equal? No, not equal here. Because here is 5 by 7, here is -2 by 3 after reduced form. So here these are not. Hence the line represent. Suppose you want to represent these equations on graphically, the lines will be appears. The lines representing, okay, lines representing on the lines representing the given pair of equations intersect at one point. Intersect at one point, because look here, A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2 here. In the first condition, A1 by A2, consider there A1 by A2 and B1 by B2. Whether they are equal, consider the next ratio. Go to the next. But But here suddenly when you substitute these values of the ratios, you will get they are unequal. Means first two ratios are not equal here. Hence the lines representing the given pair of equations intersect at one point. Hence they have solutions. Means they are intersecting at a one point. One is over. In the same way, consider the second ratio. Okay. For what happened? A1. Consider, suppose you want to consider there A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 and is equal to C1 by C2 also. So what happened here? 5 by 7 is equal to minus 2 already written. So here C1 by C2. C1 by C2 here 8 by minus 9. So here what it indicates? These are all here. So here no common factor. So it is already reduced form. It is in prime numbers. Both numerator and denominator. Consider after reduced form, the ratios appears look like this. Whether they are equal or not? No one equal to each other. Here this is also not equal here. It means the lines are parallel. Okay. If these two on comparison these two, we will get the answer is these two are lines are parallel. Hence, so here already we consider this one. No need to write again this one. Okay. Only you have to consider these last two ratios. Afterwards, you can consider for coincident lines. Consider their whole three coefficient ratios. That is A1 by A2, B1 by B2, and C1 by C2. If all they are equal, then they are called as coincident lines. Here it is minus 2 by 3. Here it is 4 2s are, but 4 cannot divide 9. So 3 can divide 9, but 3 cannot divide 8. So these two are not equal. Hence, the given pair of linear equations also they are parallel. Okay. So that is why this is the brief solutions about today's class. Okay. So you can conclude the answer. Hence, the linear pair of. Okay, already I given this conclusion, it's enough. So moreover, I would like to explain like this also. It means suppose if it is equal, you can consider the next C1 by C2 also. If it is equal, directly you can conclude that is coincident line. Here it is not equal means the lines, the first two are not equal means it is intersecting lines. The last two ratios are not equal means they are parallel lines. So that is why based upon these two reasons, we convey this given pair of linear equations are intersecting lines. So this is your solutions. Okay. Yes, dear students, observe carefully up to this. So whenever these conditions came, we obtained the pair of given linear pair of equations are intersect at one point only. So here look here, these are not equal means this is also not equal. It means the same interpretations comes. So that is why in the same way we can do the two problems remaining. Rest of the two problems can be for your homeworks. So that is our today's class. Please go through your textbook. According to the questions, we have to solve them up to this. In the next class, I would like to continue the exercise 3.2 in the next mains. Thank you.